It has been a minute. I finally found the time to record this part of the video. The B-roll to this video was recorded like over a week ago. So yeah, this video is the top 5 affordable pieces of equipment to take your videography to the next level. So let's jump right into it. Let me start this video by saying that this list has been compiled based on equipment that I've bought in the past, and I'm taking into account the cost of the product versus its quality. Obviously, if something is super cheap cost-wise, it is going to be cheap quality-wise. You can't get past that. So this is a list I have compiled based on equipment that I think is worth the price that it is, but is actually not too expensive in my opinion. So yes, you are going to have to fork out a little bit of cash, but in the grand scheme of things, it's not actually that much money and the products will last you for quite some time. Quality plus cost equals affordable. Not real good at maths and shit. First on the list is the Zoom H1 recorder. I have 2 of these. This is actually the older version, and I have the newer version recording, and it's connected up to my Mavic Pro. So that's how I record my audio. This little guy will set you back between 95 and 100 euro. And I have 2 of them and I would swear by them. They're portable, they're really functional, and they're really easy to use. You can just pick one right up and just start recording straight away. The Zoom H1 is really good for connecting external microphones, and it's actually really good using just the microphones on the top of it itself. Take it with you whenever you're filming a video outside. You can record all the natural sounds and get those really natural sound effects instead of pulling sounds from the likes of Epidemic Sound, which are really good quality. But if you can get the actual sound that happens while you're recording, then that's going to be so much better for your videos. And this little guy packs a punch for his size and for his price. Now, he does feel a little like, the newer ones feel a lot better. The old one feels a little plasticky and cheap, but serious piece of kit, and it's not really going to burn that wallet of yours. Like, it's an investment. Think of that. You'll make the money back, no problem. So the Zoom H1 recorder, highly recommend. Next on the list, a lavalier microphone. Now, for a long time I watched so many review videos looking for a good quality lav mic that isn't too expensive and records good sound, and I came across this one maybe about 2 years ago now. I'll have to look it up. I think it's like the JK Lav mic. I'll put a screenshot of it just up now, but it's really affordable. It's like 30 euro maybe. For 30 bucks, you're getting a really good lav that's really nice length. You don't get it all tangled up. You even get this little cover just to help with the popping sounds, like when you say P's and S's. And you also get the little clip that just comes with it. I have 2 of these, and connect these up to your Zoom H1 and you're laughing. It's serious good quality sound straight from the mic. It sounds really great, but if you do a little bit of audio editing to it, it sounds really good. It's my go-to setup. All together with the Zoom H1 and this, 140 bucks, 130 bucks. That's a serious steal for what you're getting. So that's my number 2 on my list. Okay, so next up is the ND filter. So this is the Tiffin variable ND filter. Like the mic, I was looking at a lot of different ND filters, especially variable NDs. They're just really handy. And sometimes a lot of variable ND filters can actually reduce the sharpness on your camera a little bit. But I looked into this one and I thought it was a good price. It wasn't too expensive, and B, it was really good quality. ND filters, quite simply put, are like sunglasses for your lens. When it comes to shooting video, there are some rules that you have to follow. When you're shooting at a certain frame rate, say for instance you're shooting at 25 frames per second, your shutter speed has to be double. It can't be lower or higher. It's not that you can't, it just looks funny unless you're going for a certain look or feel. You should always, as a rule of thumb, have your shutter speed double your frame rate. So if you're 25 frames per second, your shutter should be 50. Sometimes, especially when you are doing that and you want your aperture to be nice and wide, so you want to get that nice depth of field, you want to get some bokeh. But if you're shooting outside and you have your aperture wide open and your shutter speed at 50 and you have your ISO super low and it's still super blown out, that's where an ND filter comes in. It just gives you a few more stops of light to help when you want to film a lot of shallow depth of field outside. This I think is about €90, €100, but seriously good piece of kit, and it's a definite need whenever you're shooting outside and you want some of that nice bokeh. So variable ND filter, this is the Tiffin 72mm. I'll link all that stuff below. So that's my number 3 on my list. Right, next up is my nifty 50. This is the Canon 50mm 1.8. Every photographer and videographer should have a nifty 50. No matter what brand of camera you have, whether it's Canon, Sony, Nikon, Panasonic, whatever, every camera or every brand of camera has its own nifty 50, or it might have a 55mm, but it'll still have one. And even if you can't, you can transfer them over. Just get an adapter. Say if you wanted to have the Canon one for your Sony, you'd get a Metabones adapter for that. But the nifty 50, especially with the 1.8, it's a nice fast lens. It's a prime lens, so it's super sharp, it lets in loads of light, and it's just such a nice little lens. Really, really good for videos, really, really good for photos. It's about $100. You could probably get it cheaper secondhand, but as I said, it's a must-have in your camera bag. It's just a great piece of kit, and it's one of my favorite lenses, I have to say. And it's simple as that. It's high quality. It's got a nice metal connector to your camera. It's a no-brainer, so get one if you don't already have one. And last but not least on the list, a camera strap. This camera strap I got from wish.com, and it cost me €1. €1 for a camera strap. Most cameras come with their own camera strap. Canon came with its Canon strap, but I obviously wanted one that was a little bit more my taste, my style, and I saw this and I really, really liked it. And I love the little bit of detail, faux leather on the side. It has a little camera kind of printed into it. And I thought this, €1, no brainer. Obviously it came from Wish, so it took a little bit while to deliver, maybe a month, but it was worth it. And the reason why I have this on my list, you're probably like, what's so great about a camera strap? It keeps your camera from falling from your neck if you want to release it from your hands. But a camera strap can be a stabilizer. If you can't afford the likes of a gimbal, a camera strap is your best friend. There are a lot of different techniques that you can use with your camera strap, like putting it around the back of your neck and pulling it nice and tight as you move your body from side to side. You can get a lot of smooth shots. I use this technique. I have a gimbal, but I have 2 cameras. I have 2 80Ds, and I would put one of my cameras on my gimbal and I would have this strapped around my neck because of the different lenses that I want to use. And I use this and I get just as steady shots. I'll show some examples of some shots that I've gotten just using my camera and a camera strap. So many techniques you can use using this to get steady shots. And you know what? It'll make you such a better videographer if you can master to use a camera strap to take steady shots. So yeah, 5th on the list, camera strap, €1. That's definitely not going to break the bank. And if you already have a camera strap that came with your camera, free. You didn't have to spend any money. But for me, I wanted one that was a little bit more, just a little bit more my style. So that's my top 5 affordable pieces of equipment to take your videography to the next level. Now, there is one more piece of equipment that I wanted to show you guys. It's a little bit more on the pricier side, but I still think it's super affordable for what you get, and it's a really, really, really good product to get you started with lighting. And this is the Falcon Eyes SO28TD. It's a super, super good light. It was one of my first proper lights. I'm using it right now. This is what's lighting me on this side of my face, and it's just a really, really good light. I think it comes in, off the top of my head, I think it comes in around the 180, 190 mark. Could be a little bit less, could be a little bit more, but it is a super, super good light to get you started if you're unsure about lighting. I'm still learning a lot about lighting. Every time I do a video, I try different things, different angles. I actually have a new light on this side that's a key light, and I have that little light back there. That's actually just a lamp on my desk, but this is the main light that I use, and I bring this everywhere with me when I'm doing client work, and it's just a really good light, especially when you're doing corporate videos and you mightn't necessarily be able to film in a room that's very bright. So it's my go-to light at the moment. It's super portable as well. It packs down to something that's quite flat, and it's just a really good light. And if you do have a little bit more to spend in your wallet, I highly recommend this. Okay, so that's actually it. That is the whole list. Until next time with my inconsistent schedule of videos. But as I said, I do work for myself, so when I do these, it's when I have the time to do them. I do try and do them as regularly as I can and in a decent schedule. Sometimes life gets in, excuse me, recording a video. Joys of living in the city. Till next time, I'll link everything below. If you guys actually know of any bits of equipment that you've gotten over the years that you think are just really good in terms of the price and the quality, put them in the comments below. I hope some of this has helped you in deciding on getting equipment and stuff like that. But yeah, until next time, hope you enjoyed it. Bye. People say peace or click or... I'm just gonna walk. I'm gonna go. Toodles.